to any home environment. What's worse, taking her to your house or leaving her at home alone all day? I went out of my way to put her into the hands of a trusted family member. I'd say I acted more than responsibly. It's not like I just abandoned her in the middle of the woods. Seriously, I'm over here doing my best to take care of my daughter, and you're criticizing me for that? Sheesh. Is that really how you see what happened today? Oh, and one more thing, how did you know where my house was? I only moved in here a few months ago after my company transferred me to this area. That's a funny story, actually. So I just happened to see you going into your house a while back. It was a total coincidence. Small world, huh? I take it that you two live in this area too, then? I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. I don't want you to go blabbing to your brother about where we are. It would cause me a world of trouble. Yeah? How so? I have my reasons. If Mina hasn't eaten lunch yet, she likes hot dogs. You can go out and buy some if you don't have any on hand. Lily, it's past the time you said you would come and pick up Mina. When are you going to come and get her? Oh man, is it really that time already? Yes, it is. Don't tell me you forgot. No, it's not like that at all. Hey, I hate to ask you to do this, but would you mind taking care of her for just a bit longer? Like, say, about 3 days or so? What? You said that you were going to come and pick her up this evening. Sorry, but my hands are full at the moment. I can't go anywhere just yet. That's your problem, not mine. This is all way too sudden. I have to work tomorrow too, you know. Please, Mindy, you gotta help me out. I don't have anyone else I can turn to. My parents told me they never want to see my face again. Okay, but what about me? I don't have anyone around here who can look after Mina for me while I'm at work either. Don't you have any paid time off? Seems like a pretty simple solution to me. I've already used Mina getting a cold as an excuse way too many times. My company won't believe me. Plus, I used up all my paid leave. Unbelievable. Fine. But you need to tell me the name and address of your company. Why? For emergencies, I need to be able to contact you. Nah, don't worry about a thing. I'll pick her up this time, I promise. Plus, if I tell you where I work, you might tell your brother, which I need to avoid at all costs. I can't have my ex knowing where I live or work. You don't think of anyone but yourself, do you? It's a defense mechanism. I have to be selfish, otherwise I'd never be able to make it as a single mother. So we're good, right? Hey, Mina's been looking and feeling pretty unwell for a while now. I was hoping to take her over to the hospital to have them check on her. She gets that way all the time. It's nothing to be concerned about. Just put her to bed. She'll feel better in the morning. I can't do that. I'm really concerned about her, so I'm gonna take her to the doctor. Be my guest if you're that inclined, but the doctor's bill is coming out of your pocket. Got it? I got it. Does she have any allergies or pre-existing conditions I should know about? I don't know. Probably not. Probably not, huh? Need anything else? Can I go now? Tell Mina Mommy told her to be a good girl for Aunt Mindy. Sorry I haven't been able to answer my phone, Mindy. Did you need something? I have been trying to get a hold of you forever. Didn't you even read any of my messages? I took Mina to the hospital last night. Yeah, I wasn't feeling so hot last night either. I fell asleep right after I put down my phone. That's why I didn't see your texts. I see. How's Mina doing? You said they kept her overnight? That's right. When I took her to the hospital last night, they said they wanted to keep her overnight for observation. They said it would be unsafe to let her leave without doing a few more tests. Wow, they're really making a big deal out of nothing. Seriously, she's just tired from the heat, that's all. I'll pick her up in a few days after she's gotten better. I'll be sure to get plenty of rest in the meantime. You're too late. Huh? You don't need to come pick her up ever. You're never going to see Mina again. What are you talking about? What's going on? What happened to Mina? Are you really going to pretend like you don't know? Think about the current situation. You left Mina on my doorstep without letting me know in advance, or even checking if I was home. After that, you then told me that you need me to watch her for another 3 days. And even though Mina is sick and in the hospital, you haven't even come down to see her. What is the matter with you? I told you, I'm busy with work. Are you really working right now, Lily? From what my brother tells me, you're hopping from one seedy nightclub to the next. Hey, how does he know about that? I told you that he was desperate to see Mina, didn't I? Well, apparently he's been digging into you. But every time he managed to track you down, you had already quit your job and moved. Eventually, he reached the end of your trail of breadcrumbs and couldn't find you again. Don't you dare belittle me for how I choose to make money. It's work, okay? Real work, and I work very hard. What's wrong with working hard to support my daughter? So what if I move around a lot? As long as Mina's doing fine, I don't see any problem with my work situation. Oh, trust me, I am well aware that you do a lot of moving in your occupation. Horizontally, that is. But the biggest problem here isn't actually your job, it's you. Oh yeah, and just what's the problem with me, huh? The problem is that regardless of what you consider to be work, you're hardly doing it at all. You're just living off my brother's child support payments to you. Mina says that you aren't sending her to any daycare program and that you just leave her at home while you're at work. And there are some days when you don't even come home at all. Are you really sure that Mina's doing as fine as you claim she is? Oh, come on, are you really gonna believe what a 3-year-old tells you? If she told you that she was a magical fairy princess or something, would you believe that? The doctors at the hospital also told me that Mina was slightly malnourished. And they also said that she is well below the average height and weight for her age. Her being malnourished was what made her get so much worse when you abandoned her in the blistering heat for hours on end yesterday. She's a picky eater. I can never get her to eat anything I make. She's just a naturally sick girl. Mina was scarfing down plate after plate when they brought her meals at the hospital, with a huge smile on her face the whole time. She said that she loved everything. She's probably shy from being surrounded by a bunch of people she doesn't know. You might technically be her aunt, but she's never even really met you until yesterday. I bet she's just too scared to say how she really feels. No, I doubt that's the case. After all, my brother's here with her. What? What's he doing there? I thought you said he was out of the country. He was, but did you forget we're only a few hours away from the border? When I told him about what was going on with Mina yesterday, he just hopped right in his car and drove back here. It didn't take long. But does Mina even remember him? She hasn't even seen him in 3 years. Oh yes, she knows exactly who her father is. She's been clinging to him constantly since he got here last night. So no, she's not lying to us because she's nervous or afraid. Well, what's your brother saying to you? He hasn't said anything to me at all. He's got quite a lot to do at the moment. He's really busy. Plus, it's not like him trying to contact you would have accomplished anything. I was trying to get a hold of you all day yesterday, and you didn't even pick up the phone a single time. I'm coming over there right now. I'm taking Mina home with me. Weren't you saying you weren't feeling well? I think you'd better rest up and recover before you head over here, don't you? Yeah, well, I'm suddenly feeling a lot better now. I can't let your lousy brother take Mina from me. And I'm the one with full custody, so what I say goes. And I say Mina's coming home with me. And I say that your brother is not allowed to see Mina. Do I make myself clear? All of this is happening because you left Mina with me. Or more specifically, you left her on my doorstep. I took her to the hospital as any decent person would, and her father rushed down to the hospital as any decent father would. I think the issue is you just don't understand how decent people think. You think my brother is just like you, which is why you think he's going to try and take her from you. That's not it. I'm afraid he's going to tell her a bunch of lies about me to try and turn her against me. If you had actually treated her like a decent mother would treat her child, then I'm sure that Mina would have been more than happy to go back to living with you. Oh, shut up, would you? Tell me what hospital you're at. Tell me right now. I told you the name of the hospital yesterday. We're at Central Hospital, the one right downtown across from the park. Got it. I'm on my way. I think you should know before you get down here that even if you are allowed into the room to see her, Mina is not going home with you. Fine, I'll take her home once the hospital releases her. No, I believe my brother is the one who's going to take her home. I'm the one with full custody, Mindy. I get it. You want to stick up for your brother, but this is the law I'm talking about. When we got divorced, the judge decided that she would be better off living full-time with her mother. I suppose you'll have to raise that with the Child Protective Services representative currently talking to Mina. What? Child Protective Services? Why are they getting involved? The doctors who looked at Mina thought that there were certain issues with your parenting style. They contacted CPS, and the agent who interviewed Mina seems to agree. Haven't you ever heard of mandatory reporting laws? Doctors have a duty to report parents like you. Why? Does this mean I'm not going to be able to live with Mina anymore? How am I supposed to get by without her? Well, that confirms it. You only ever pursued full custody of Mina so that you could live off my brother's child support payments. That's not what I meant. I meant to say that without her by my side, how am I going to muster up the will to live? Or something like that. I think you should have thought about that before you chose to abandon her in sweltering heat on my doorstep for 2 hours. Not only that, you had every chance in the world to come to the hospital once you heard what happened to her. Or at the very least, you could have actually messaged me back rather than leaving me on red. Mindy, listen. You have no idea how hard it is to raise a daughter all by yourself as a single mother. Between work and childcare, well, something's gotta give. I gotta make compromises somewhere. I'm sure that being a single mother is quite difficult. No doubt you've struggled quite a bit over the last few years. However, my brother has been paying you far more than enough to get by with child support. It was not enough, not at all. That's why Mina got malnourished. It was all his fault. He's been sending you $2,000 a month. If that's somehow not enough to make ends meet, that's your problem, not his. Furthermore, if you were really struggling and wanted to take care of Mina, then you should have talked to my brother about that. I wish I could have done that. I could have avoided all of this. But I was abandoned by both him and my parents. I had nowhere to go, no one to turn to. I had to get by all on my own. Just so we're clear, my brother divorced you and your parents disowned you because you were having an affair. You have no one to blame for any of that but yourself. Please, Mindy, you've got to help me. Tell your brother not to take Mina away from me. Mina is saying that she wants to go live with her father. She says she doesn't want to be alone at her apartment all day anymore. I'm sorry for making her feel lonely. I had no idea she was feeling that way. I've learned my lesson, okay? I'll do better this time around. I'll treat her right. So please, give me back my Mina. You don't have any kids of your own, so I doubt you'd understand this. But being apart from your kids is painful. It's like trying to live without air. Do you actually think Mina would want to go back to live with a woman who leaves her alone at the house for days at a time? Kids are smart, Lily. They understand a lot more than adults think they do. I may not be a mother, so I can't say I know how a mother would feel in your situation, but I was a kid once, so I can say this for certain. I would rather live on the street than be stuck with a selfish, uncaring, deadbeat mom like you. After that, CPS officially determined that Lily was unfit to retain custody of Mina. It seems the reason that she left Mina with me on that fateful day was because she wanted to go see her boyfriend. Her own apartment was something like you would see on one of those hoarder documentary series. So she was spending most of her time at her boyfriend's apartment. She would also just shove Mina outside of the apartment and leave her to run around the area for hours at a time. So her neighbors had been calling CPS on her as well. I bet that's the reason she was moving around so often. Every time she caught wind that CPS was coming to speak to Mina, she would move away. My brother took Lily to court, and full custody of Mina was transferred from Lily to my brother. Additionally, a restraining order was placed on Lily, forbidding her from contacting Mina. I heard that soon after their last court hearing, Lily disappeared again. But my brother is living the dream he's clung to for the last 3 years and enjoying his life with Mina. He moved in with our parents so they can look after her while he's at work. Mina's getting much healthier too. She was nothing but skin and bones when I first met her, but she's filling out very nicely. She's also smiling a lot more than she did back then. It was actually a total coincidence that I moved to this area. But after everything that's happened, I'm super grateful to my company for sending me here. I'm gonna do everything I can to help my brother make sure Mina gets a life that's just as happy as she deserves. And you know what else? All of this has got me thinking, maybe having a kid of my own wouldn't be so bad.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I just filed the divorce papers.
I see. I guess there was no way we could talk things through in the end, huh?
Why would you even say that after all this time? Surely you understand. We're not a good match, Arthur. Our values are different. Me and you are like oil and water. Even if we did give it another go, we'd only drive each other up the walls and be at each other's throats again within 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. We've done nothing but fight lately. We can't carry on like that. It won't be fair on Hannah. I know there's no salvaging our relationship, Bella.
Anyways, this is the end. Surely there's nothing for us to discuss anymore?
The only reason you're saying that is because you got your way. I just can't accept you taking custody of Hannah.
Christ, Arthur! Are we really gonna do this again? We've had this conversation 1,000 times by now. I'm taking Hannah because it's her best interest to be with me. I'm only thinking about her happiness. This isn't personal. She's a girl. A girl needs to be with her mother. What would you know about bringing up a little girl? What would you do when she started puberty? When she had her first period, it's not possible for a guy to understand these things. So, how could you possibly give her the guidance she needs?
Sure, but still.
The only reason she's so clingy with you now is because she's young. She'd do a complete 180 when she got older. All teenage girls hate their dads, Arthur. That's a fact of life. She needs to be with her mom, and that's final.
The only one who hates me is you. That's what I'm worried about.
Don't be ridiculous. What is there to worry about?
Can you really do this on your own?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what it sounds like. Do you understand how hard it's going to be financially to raise a little girl on your own? How are you going to do it on your salary? You barely bring in enough to look after yourself, let alone our daughter. Can you afford to send her to college?
Wow, this is a new low even for you, Arthur. You're making fun of me because you make more money than me? You think you're so special with your high-paying job and your fancy car, don't you, jerk?
Whoa. Relax. I'm not making fun of you at all. I just think we should be realistic about this and accept that raising a little girl on your own is gonna be tough, and even more so without the necessary funds.
Whatever. You were so making fun of me. You think you're so much better than me, don't you?
No way. I just have genuine doubts, okay? Is that a crime? This is our daughter's future we're talking about here. You're going to have to raise her while holding down a full-time job. Have you even thought about the implications of that?
Don't underestimate me. I'm more than capable of raising a little girl on my own. I'll be able to find a new job, with a better salary if I put my mind to it.
Really?
Anyway, no matter what you say or how much doubt you pile on me, we're going our separate ways, and there's nothing you can do to change my mind. I'll show you I can do it. You're gonna feel like such an idiot when you find out how well things are going.
Jesus, Bella, why do you speak like this is some kind of competition? All I want is what's best for our daughter. I'm not trying to one-up you.
I know everyone makes fun of me. You all think I'm a useless, good-for-nothing with no redeeming qualities.
No one thinks that about you.
Yes, they do. Even my own freaking parents hate me. All they ever do is praise you. It's like you're the second coming of Jesus in their eyes. They think you can do no wrong because you work for a major company and make lots of money, Mr. Perfect. What a joke. Well, you won't get the last laugh. Mark my words. I'm gonna show you what I'm made of, and you'll regret ever looking down on me. You all will.
Jeez, point taken. I get it. You're going to make a big fool of me and show the world how incredible you are, right? If you insist on waging this imaginary war in your mind, then who am I to stop you? Heck, I couldn't if I tried. But I want you to remember that if you're ever struggling, and I mean with anything, I'll always be a phone call away. I'll do whatever I can to help you and Hannah.
I have nothing more to say to you, and that ain't gonna change. I'll be taking Hannah and moving somewhere far away with her soon. We don't need your help. I can do this on my own.
Whoa, slow down a sec. You're moving? Where to?
Out of state. The place I'm looking at would probably take you about 4 hours in the car.
Bella, please, that's too far. Are you trying to stop me from seeing my daughter?
If you want to see her, nothing will be stopping you from coming and seeing her. Of course, I never want to see you again, but you're welcome to see your daughter.
What the hell? You're trying to make this as difficult for me as possible. At least let me stay in contact with her.
In contact?
Will you get her a phone? At least then I can message her.
She shouldn't have a phone at her age. She can wait until she's in high school.
Bella, please, will you compromise on this one thing? Wasn't getting your divorce and taking full custody enough for you? Now you're going to cut me out of her life completely? You could call me every name under the sun and hate me forever for all I care. But please, get my daughter a phone so I can at least talk to her.
Fine. I'll buy her a phone. Happy now?
Thank you. That means a lot to me. I want you to know that I don't blame you for everything that happened. It hurts that I didn't get custody of Hannah, but I know I made mistakes myself, and I won't try to deny that. I want you to know that I support you and want you to succeed. You deserve to be happy.
I just thought I'd let you know. We finished moving into our new house this morning.
Hey Bella, I see. Thank you for telling me. How's Hannah doing?
She loves it here. There's a park right outside the front door. She did a little song and dance when I told her she could go out and play whenever she wanted. She was over the moon.
You said you were going to buy her a phone, right? How's that looking? You didn't forget your promise, did you?
Don't rush me, Arthur. I just finished moving house, for crying out loud. Do you know how stressful that is? We don't even have our things unpacked, and you want me to go out and buy a phone? It can wait. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll download the Messenger app and add you to her contacts. Will that satisfy you?
Sure, that's a great start. Thanks. Would you mind teaching her how to actually use the thing, though? It might be a little overwhelming for her.
Don't be silly. All kids these days know how to use smartphones. Oh, perfect. She says she wants to speak to you. She can show you her skills right now.
Daddy, it's Hannah.
Hannah! That's my girl. How did you get so good at using smartphones?
I practiced. I can even type faster than Mom.
I always knew you were a genius. That's great. This means we'll be able to skeek all the time.
Mommy says she's gonna buy me one. Can you believe it? My very own phone.
I know, sweetie. I'm so pleased for you. Isn't it great? Now, we'll be able to skeek wherever we want to. Me and you are going to be living a little far away from each other from now on, but at least we can still stay in touch. I want you to message me whenever you feel like it.
But Mommy said I can only use my phone an hour per day. Other than that, she said I can only use it to speak to you.
Smartphones are amazing and all kinds of convenient, but they also come with lots of hidden dangers, sweetie. I'm sure your mom will let you use it more when you're older, and get even better with it. For the time being, you'll have to make do with your hour a day, which is a long time, you know. There are kids in some part of the world who don't have smartphones at all. You're very lucky.
Wow, really? I'm lucky? Cool. Daddy, do you and Mommy love me?
Of course we do, sweetie. We love you very, very much. You're the most important person in the world to us.
I love you guys too.
Your mom's going to be looking out for you from now on. But I'll always be here on the other end of the phone, and we can talk anytime. Your mom's going to be working really hard to look after you, so I want you to look after her too. Can you do that for me?
I will, Daddy, but I don't want to move school.
I know it feels difficult now, but you'll have tons of new friends before you know it. Moving might be scary, but all it actually means is lots more new, exciting things for you to discover, and amazing people to meet.
I guess.
It's been great to speak to you, sweetie.
Happy now? I have stuff to unpack.
Sure thing. Thank you. And good luck. I know you could do this.
I don't need you to tell me that. Me and you are probably never gonna see each other again. Goodbye.
Daddy.
Huh? Hannah? I didn't expect to hear from you this late on New Year's Eve. Is your mom still awake?
I'm all on my own.
At this time of night? Ah, I take it your mom's at work? Want to do the New Year countdown together?
No. Daddy, help me. I'm so cold, I think I might pass out.
You're cold? Wait, are you outside?
I'm in the house.
You need to turn on the heating, sweetie. Do you know how to do it?
It won't turn on.
Gah, is it broken?
It's not broken. It got cut off. The lights won't turn on either. It's pitch black, plus the gas got cut off.
The lights and gas too? Seriously? Are you sure the lights definitely won't turn on? What do you mean they got cut off? Was there a power cut?
Oh, they just won't turn on. Mom said the gas and power got cut off. Oh, it's snowing like crazy outside. Oh, I'm so cold, Daddy.
Listen to me, sweetie. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get into bed and wrap yourself up nice and warm under the duvet. Mom must have a duvet too, right? Take hers, wrap yourself up in both of them. They might feel a little heavy, but you'll be warm. Why did the gas and power get cut off? Did your mom have enough money?
Probably not. I only get to eat once a day. There are some days where all I eat is my free school lunch.
Wow. Things are that desperate? Your mom is working, right?
She goes to work every day, but she says she got fired from her last job. And that's why we don't have any money.
Fired? Wow. Sounds like your mom's been having a hard time.
I'm on winter vacation now, so I don't even get my school lunches anymore. There's nothing to eat, Daddy. I'm so hungry.
Hold tight, baby. I'm gonna come to you.
Really?
It might take me a while in this blizzard. But just wrap yourself up in those duvets, like I said, and hold on tight till I get there, okay?
Daddy, Mommy said I wasn't meant to tell you about the things with the heating and lights getting cut off. But I couldn't take it anymore. I'm sorry.
It's fine, baby. You don't have to say sorry. You did nothing wrong. I'm proud of you for letting me know. I have no way of knowing you're in trouble unless you tell me, so thank you.
Is Mommy gonna get angry with me?
If she does, she's in the wrong. Don't worry, sweetie. I'll speak to her. I'm coming to help you now.
You have to hurry, please. I want to live with you again, Daddy. Please don't leave me.
Hello again, Bella. It's been a while. Did you get off work yet?
Huh? What do you want?
Working through New Year's Eve until the early hours? That's rough. Do you work night shift now?
I said, what do you want?
It didn't take you long to move again. You've barely been there 5 minutes. The place was completely empty.
What? Why would you try coming to my house? How dare you?
Because Hannah sent me a desperate plea for help. She was trembling with cold and hunger when I got there. It turns out you can make your living in abject poverty.
When you got there? What are you talking about?
I got Hannah to find out the new address for your new place and came over to help her. I've never seen such a sorry-looking excuse for a house in my life. I hear the gas and electric got cut off too.
Did Hannah call you? Ugh, how dare she defy me like this?
Tell me what's going on, Bella. How did things get so bad? Did you struggle to find a new job?
No, I had a job at a good company. But I had some problems with my coworkers.
I heard you got fired?
I had no choice but to voluntarily resign. They let me jump before I got pushed.
What the hell did you do?
I didn't do anything. It's just that one of the guys there took a disliking to me and fed the boss a pack of nonsensical lies. He made a formal complaint against me. He said I was ruining the work environment, and I got forced to step down.
You always did have a hard time dealing with people, huh? Remember when I used to tell you being so abrasive with everyone was gonna come and bite you in the ass one day?
Abrasive? I'm not abrasive. Probably just made him feel insecure because I was so good at my job. It was jealousy. I know it. He must have gone round the whole office, bad-mouthing me, because he somehow convinced everyone else to back him up. And before I knew it, I'm getting called into the boss's office being told I have to leave.
I see. So then what? You found something else, right?
I did, but it's only part-time. I make less than half the money I did at my old job.
Less than half?
The economy's in a bad way right now.
Jesus, Bella, why did you tell me you were going through such hard times? You know I've been there to help in a heartbeat. Would you really sooner let the gas and electric get cut off than reach out for help? Hannah was living like a kid in a third world country when I found her.
Even if I did tell you, you would have just made fun of me. You would have probably burst out laughing like, haha, Bella's struggling. I knew she'd be lost without me. There was no way I was gonna give you the satisfaction.
Wow, you're paranoid. I'm not out to get you, Bella. I'm on your side.
Liar! I know that's what you would have said. Things should have never ended up this way. Everything was going well for a while.
I know you gave this your all.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You know nothing! Give me my daughter back or I'll call the police!
Jeez, would you just calm down and talk to me?
I said give her back! I don't need your help. I don't need you in my life at all. So just give me back my daughter and get lost! Quit sticking your nose in my business!
That's enough! Pull yourself together! Quit subjecting our daughter to a life of poverty to shield your wounded pride!
My wounded pride? What's that supposed to mean? I'm doing my best here.
What does it matter if Hannah can barely eat? What does it matter if she spends her days crying alone under piles of duvets? You're clearly not capable of raising a child right now. You should have asked for help or given her up before things got this bad. Do you have any idea how much she suffered because you were too proud to admit you couldn't cope?
You think you're so perfect, don't you? Get off your high horse and quit preaching at me. This is the last thing I need.
These aren't just my words.
Huh?
Where do you think I am right now? I'm at your parents' house.
Why?
Your dad might have retired recently, but he was still a doctor for 4 decades. I brought Hannah over so you could take a look at her. None of the doctors are open since it's New Year's Day.
Why didn't you just take her to the ER? Why did you have to take her to my parents? You had no right to do this.
I couldn't take her to the ER. It's not like she has any major injuries or anything. They would have turned us away at reception. She just seems weak and malnourished, so I thought taking her to see your dad was the best option. I still had his number in my phone, so I gave him a call. He told me to bring her over.
Does that mean my parents know about my situation too?
Yeah, they know. They're sat next to me right now. They were so worried about you. They know how stubbornly proud you are. They knew you'd rather hit rock bottom than actually admit you need help and rely on them or anyone else. They told you countless times they always be here for you, but you refuse to reach out. They know you better than you know yourself.
Oh my god. So you're all together, laughing about me?
No one's laughing, Bella. This isn't a laughing matter. We're just at a loss. How are we supposed to help you if you won't let us? Your dad was so shocked when I told him how bad things had gotten.
You mean when he found out what a worthless, good-for-nothing his daughter is? I mean, how could I be anything else? I never had what it took to become a respected doctor. Not like him. I was always the black sheep of my family. I failed my med school entrance exams and had no choice to go to a subpar college. Which meant I got an unfulfilling job at a nameless company in a boring industry full of high school dropouts.
Bella, do you have an inferiority complex because you couldn't become a doctor like your dad? Did anyone give you a hard time about not getting into med school?
No, no one. You want to know what made me realize how pathetic I am? Getting married to you.
Me?
We both graduated at the same crappy college. And yet, there you were with your high-paying executive job at a major company. I got sick of hearing everyone praise you when we were together. You were always the center of attention, but no one ever had a good word to say about me. I'll admit it. I felt kind of proud to hear everyone singing my man's praises at first. But I soon got tired of it. Then I started to feel jealous, and eventually, I began to hate you.
Wow, I see. So that's why you divorced me. I understand you might have been frustrated, but that still doesn't explain or justify what happened with Hannah. She never would have suffered like this if you just admitted you weren't coping and reached out for help. I'm taking her.
No, you're not! I won't allow it!
Me and your parents had a lengthy discussion, and that's what we decided on. I'm taking custody of Hannah, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. It's in her best interest that she lives with me. It's time to get real, Bella. You can barely afford to look after yourself, let alone our daughter. Not having her to worry about should lighten the load on you a little. Think about it. You'll finally have room to breathe.
No, I was just about to get things back on track, I swear. Things were finally starting to look up. You can't snatch her away from me now.
Do you think I'm only talking about money here? Don't get me wrong. Your financial situation is dire, but that isn't the biggest problem. That isn't what worries me the most about you raising our daughter. What worries me the most is you and your personality. Do something about that stubborn pride of yours, and then maybe we could talk.
Well, are you saying I have a problem?
I'm not saying it's a bad thing to have feelings of pride. I'm not even saying it's a bad thing to be stubborn sometimes. But we live in a society, and that society has other people in it. As much as it might suck, there are times when we have to swallow that pride for the sake of others. The fact that you're so incapable of doing that tells me that you still have a lot of growing up to do, and I can't leave my daughter and her future in the hands of someone like that. You can't raise a child when you're still a child yourself. After a lengthy, emotional discussion with her parents, Bella was persuaded to give up Hannah, reluctantly accepting their pointed advice in floods of tears. She was just about able to scrape a living on her own after having the weight of raising Hannah lifted from her shoulders. I hope this whole episode gave her pause for reflection on how things got this way, who she is as a person, and who she wants to be going forward. I'll be honest, I feel like stubbornness that extreme falls more into the category of mental disorder than personality quirk, and I can't say for sure where she'll overcome it, but I hope from the bottom of my heart that she does. Forget raising our daughter, she'll be lucky if she can even hold down a job as she carries going on through life acting like that. After all, what's work all about if not coexisting and cooperating with others towards a common goal? How can you do that if the word compromise isn't even in your vocabulary? Hannah was soon back to her old, bright, bubbly self after moving in with me. I made sure she knew how proud I was for the bravery she showed in breaking her mom's rules and reaching out. She went through a lot, and the last thing she needs is to feel guilty on top of it. I have an obligation as her dad to be her rock, someone she knows she can rely on in times of trouble, and I'm committed to honoring that obligation with every fiber of my being.
Hey there, Harriet. Can I ask you something? Sorry if you're at work. If you're busy, I can wait.
It's okay. I'm free now. What's wrong?
How do people build relationships with their daughter-in-laws? I feel like I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
You mean Alyssa? What do you mean you don't have a clue what you're doing? Did something happen between you guys?
Well, it's not necessarily that something happened. Harriet, tell me something. Do you and Elisa get along well?
Not really. We're friendly enough when we see each other, and we might make small talk, but the conversation never goes beyond the weather or how we've been lately. Saying we get along would be stretching it.
I don't think we're getting along so well either. I want us to be close, I really do. But I don't know how to go about it. I don't even know where to start. She's Benjamin's wife, so I want us to at least have the kind of relationship where we can laugh and joke together.
Does Alyssa actually laugh and joke? It's hard to imagine.
Well, now that you mention it, she doesn't seem much the type. She always seems so dry and expressionless, and her reactions to pretty much everything I ever say are always lukewarm and unenthusiastic. It's so hard to figure out what's going on in her head. I've seen brick walls that show more emotion than her.
Alyssa's always seemed, how to put this, the cool type? To frame it positively, that calm, collected, no hex given vibe. I definitely see how you could interpret it as cold disinterest, though. Most people could never pull it off, but she's so drop-dead gorgeous that her lack of readable facial expressions gives her an air of intensity and mystique.
She doesn't strike me as particularly sociable, though.
I'm sparing no effort to try and get closer to her. I'm really trying my best, you know. But no matter what I do, nothing seems to work. Just a few days ago, I invited her out to do some shopping and have lunch with me, but she turned me down in the bluntest way possible. I wonder if she hates me.
Isn't it just because she's pregnant? You know how awful morning sickness can be. Maybe she's just going through a rough patch and doesn't feel up to doing much.
I did consider that, but the way she turned me down was so cold, she may as well have just said, "You're a pain in the ass, get lost." If she feels under the weather, surely she could have just said so and politely declined. I'm her mother-in-law, for crying out loud. She always seems to look at me with these cold, disdainful eyes.
She's like that with everyone, though. I've literally never seen her smile. Don't you think it's more likely she just struggles to pick up on certain things because she's so detached? Some people find social stuff easier than others. I'm sure there's no ill will behind it.
I wonder. I really am trying to get closer to her, but it's like the more I try, the higher she builds that impenetrable wall she insists on closing herself in 24/7. We're family now, and I worry for the future if we can't build some kind of relationship.
I understand how you feel. Who knows? Maybe she'll change when she gives birth to the baby. People do say having kids changes you, right? Take my friend Beth. She's a prime example. She used to be so quick to lose her temper, but after having little Reginald, she has the patience of a saint.
Maybe that happens in rare cases, but you know not everyone's like that. Take you, for example. You're still just as short-tempered and crank as ever.
What the hell, Mom? Rude.
I'm not wrong, though. Fine, point taken. I guess there is a chance she'll brighten up a little bit once she has the baby. I really hope things improve between us.
I heard Alyssa just got discharged from the hospital. Did you see the pictures of her and the baby? He looks so healthy, and she seems to be doing well, too. I'm so pleased.
I know, right? Oh, what a little bundle of joy. I can't wait to meet him. I'm relieved they're both fine.
Sure what kind of congratulations present to get her, though. Diapers? Dummies? Assorted expendables? I have no idea. Did you get her anything yet?
I did indeed. I wanted to give her something the baby could eat straight away, so I sent over some jelly. I was thinking about getting her some baby clothes as well. But you know how fussy she can be, and I didn't want to get the baby anything she didn't like.
Along with food, I'm still not sure what else to get her, though. She's such an impenetrable fortress of a human being. It's hard to imagine what kind of present she'd actually appreciate.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I'm struggled to decide, too. Oh, she has to be the hardest person to buy for I've ever known. And not only that, but come to think of it, I sent the stuff a while back, but I haven't heard anything from her at all. I seriously racked my brains to come up with something I thought she'd like.
Really?
With it being a celebration gift, I thought it'd be better that she have it earlier rather than late, so I bought it and sent it off ASAP. I haven't heard so much as a word on whether it's arrived, let alone a thank you. You'd think she'd thank me at the very least, wouldn't she?
I'm sure if it arrived, she would have. Maybe there was an issue with the delivery or something. Or maybe she's just had so much on her plate, what with the birth and all that, that she forgot.
I wonder. What if she's just ignoring me because she hates me?
No way. Why would she hate you? You're overthinking this, Mom. I'm sure there's a simple explanation for this. It probably just didn't arrive yet. Things get delayed all the time due to issues with transit and whatnot.
I don't think I told you about this, but I happened to hear something about Elisa recently. Apparently, she said that she finds presents from strangers scary. What if she thinks of me as a stranger and refused the delivery when my present arrived?
How could anyone possibly think of their own mother-in-law as a stranger?
You hear about cases of wives hating their mother-in-laws all the time. In the soap operas, in the movies, in the news, on talk shows. Hating your mother-in-law is practically an American tradition at this point.
Well, it doesn't look like she hates you to me, not even a little. I get that her attitude and demeanor are cold, but she's like that with everyone. Why take it personally?
But could there really be an issue with the delivery? I used the best delivery company I could find. I even paid extra for first-class shipping to make sure it'd get there in time for the birth. It should have been there the day after I sent it, and I didn't get any kind of notification telling me anything was wrong. It makes no sense that she hasn't messaged me yet.
Yeah, I guess. It is a little strange.
How about you try sending your gifts and see what happens? Let's see whether she thanks you straight away.
Hey, Alyssa, how are you? My mom sent you a present, but wasn't sure if it arrived yet. Did you get it?
Hey, Harriet. The package from your mom, right? It just arrived now. I threw it in the trash immediately.
Huh? Why would you do that?
Apparently, it got sent to the wrong address due to an issue with delivery. It took ages to arrive.
No, I don't mean why it only just arrived. I mean, why did you throw it away? You're joking, right? You threw away Mom's present? She sent that to congratulate you on the birth.
Why would I be joking? Yes, I threw it away. Did your mom put you up to this? Is that why you're messaging me?
Well, she did mention it to me, but she hardly put me up to anything. She said she sent you a present a while back, but hadn't heard anything back from you. She's been really worried that you might have been ignoring her. I just wanted to check, that's all.
Your mom's been giving me all sorts of presents for a while now. It's true that I almost never thank her. I have no intention of thanking her this time either.
What the hell? Why not? Why on earth would you toss a present in the garbage when someone went out of their way to buy it for you? I was sure you'd already gotten it, but were just ignoring her. This is 1,000 times worse than I thought.
Look, Harriet, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't want her presents.
You don't want them? How can you be so heartless?
Well, what would you think if someone kept giving you gifts you never asked for like that? I bet you wouldn't want them either.
Look, I understand that the things she gets you might not always be exactly to your preferred specifications, but Mom's doing her absolute best to pick you things she thinks you'd like. She's really trying to get along with you here. These presents are kind gestures meant to show her affection for you. I'd prefer it if you didn't throw her efforts back in her face like this.
Affection? Please, don't make me laugh. Affection is the last thing your mother feels towards me. I've never heard something so laughably stupid in my life.
How can you say that?
Because your mom sends me nothing but trash.
Trash?
They're presents only in name. All she sends me is spoiled, rotten food. Take the jelly she just sent me. It was crawling with maggots and smelled like a landfill.
Isn't that just because it arrived later than expected? You yourself just said that there was an issue with the delivery. It's only natural foodstuffs would spoil if delivery got delayed.
Do you seriously think jelly would be crawling with maggots after a poxy delay of a few days? Besides, it's jelly. It's supposed to keep at room temperature. In spite of that, it was so rotten it had changed color, and had so many maggots writhing around in it, I could have sold it to an angling society. I shudder to think what would have happened to my insides if I ate it. I wish she'd just leave me alone already. I don't need this.
Are you saying she keeps sending you rotten food? My mom? Every single one of her presents?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. She usually sends me about 1 package per month.
That often? But I can't believe it. Why would she do such a thing? This makes no sense. Why would my mom do this?
If you want proof, I have it. I have a copy of every single invoice from every present she ever sent me.
Haven't you spoken to my brother about this? Surely your mother-in-law sending you garbage disguised as presents is something you'd mention to Benjamin.
I haven't told my husband anything. I can't, Harriet. He's busy enough as it is. I don't want to worry him. As far as he's concerned, me and your mother get along like a house on fire.
But why would my mom do something like that? It makes no sense at all. What does she get out of it?
I think it's obvious why she's doing it. Because she never liked me from the get-go, and because she never approved of me marrying her son. She's had it in for me ever since we met. You guys might not have noticed because she's a good actress, and she knows when to hide her true feelings.
Wow.
Given how much she hates me, I'm sure that in her mind, rotten food is the most appropriate present there could possibly be. To be honest, I don't know what you think of me either, Harriet. But I know with dead certainty, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that your mom hates me with a burning passion. Why do you think I keep my distance from her?
I see. So that's why. Oh my God, Alyssa, I'm so sorry for everything my mom did to you.
Hey, Harriet. So did you decide what you're going to send Elisa to celebrate the birth yet? Food, clothes, toys?
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Well, I decided to resend my present. I thought about what you said, and you're right. There is a chance that there was an issue in transit and didn't make it. I sent the second one yesterday evening, so it should be arriving any time now.
Yes, it arrived just now, actually.
Excuse me? How would you know my present had arrived at Elisa's house?
Because me and Alyssa just opened it together.
You opened it together? What? Why would you do such a thing?
I don't know, Mom. You tell me. Why would you do such a thing? It was packed with rotten fruit. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Let me guess. You didn't have time to wait for more jelly to rot, so you just used fruit instead? Am I right? The stench when we opened it up. Good God!
Wait a second. Why would you do that? What's going on? Where are you right now? Explain yourself.
I'm at Benjamin and Alyssa's house. I'm with Alyssa right now.
Why? What on earth brought this on? I've never known you to go to their house before.